New Blanime Podcast.
Anyways, man, I have something else about that. Oh, so you wanna talk about yesterday and our little outing?
Yes, our Blanime outing, our blouting.
But don't call it that. Don't do that. That's terrible.
Yes, so we went skating, which I don't know if y'all. Well,
Cue the
y'all know
bounce music. Bounce.
I'm dead.
Rock, skate.
Hold on, you know they be doing they clap, stomp, ride around the skating rink. Yes, we went skating, which is a hobby I have recently picked up anyway. But one of our other friends, she goes quite often, so she hit us up to go. So we went ahead and did that. We had a good time. I think that's gonna be something that Mikey's gonna start doing again. I already bought my skate. Well, I have 2 pairs of skates, so I got skates and using that thing.
Yeah, I gotta find some, man. Them rental joints had my feet toe up this morning.
Oh, I bet they did. Them county brownies ain't no good.
County brownies.
Yeah, that's what they call them, the county brownies.
Let me write this down. That might be an episode title, man. We're gonna put that one in. County brownies. Yeah, but nah, them shits had my feet hurting and my fucking ankle was hurting, man. That's all I remember. I was like, man, your ass 30 and you ain't been in skates in 15 years. Like, nigga, you need to relax. Like, you gotta.
Trying to go around. And them niggas be going fast. They be going too fast,
bro. I'm like, how y'all niggas don't all crash? Like, how did... And these niggas are so fluid and shit when they...
I was gonna say, because they just go around people. They
be gliding and shit through people. I'm like, nigga, how do you have that much control rolling like this? Like...
Them niggas be cold. They be cold. See, with Mike, I told Mike they had slowed it down. I was like, hey, Mike, I'm finna go ahead and get off. Because once they speed up, it is so hard to find an opening to get off the floor.
Yeah.
And I just don't have time.
Yeah, I had the most fun. When the slow love songs was playing and shit, I was just casually skating and shit. Just it's cool and everything. And then they put on the nigga music, and then next thing you know, it's a fucking high speed chase around the fucking
around the ring. Yo, it's a couple songs them niggas be getting hyped for, that C Murder songs. Because I'm down for.
Oh man, yeah,
they was hyped for that.
Yes,
they was in there hype, and then it's another song. They have a few I guess skater songs that people really turn up to, and then but the other one that I always see people go crazy with is that Let Me See Some Footwork, and that's when they start doing all that crazy stuff. They be flying, they be in that bitch.
But I had
Cascades
no clue.
For real.
I had no clue that skating rink was over there, man. That hoe's down the street from my house.
Been there, and that's where everybody been going. Between there, people still go to Redbird because Redbird does adult night here and there, and then Southern, yeah, they do adult night. They used to do it the first Saturday of the month. I don't know if they do it during the week anymore, but Forum, Thursday night and Sunday night is adult night.
Nay, remember that skating rink in Cedar Hill, man?
What? What skating? The one that's side of my apartment. It's still over there too, right there.
Is it still in business?
It be looking open when I do go through there.
Bro, how? I feel like
I don't know how skating. Well, I guess it. So let me take this back. You'd be surprised how many kids, for kids' birthday parties, people take their kids skating. I kind of thought I knew skating was popular because I was trying to get back into skating years ago, and then I just kind of fell back off. But I feel like people really do take their kids because I'm sure it's a cheap birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I went to Forum yesterday afternoon before we went last night, and it was 3 kids' birthday parties, and they probably didn't have to actually rent it out for a private party. So it was just kind of they probably rented the table, and then y'all get the rental skates and stuff, and that's cheaper than going to Urban Air or some other options that people do for their kids' birthday party. So they be in the bitch deep.
So apparently, the Cedar Hill one's only open on Fridays and Saturdays. That's crazy. I forgot all about that place.
They straight living off government funding.
I damn near probably haven't been there since the 3rd, 4th grade or some shit.
I know I went maybe in high school. I can't think of whose little sibling had a birthday party there. I want to say I was probably in high school last time I've been to that one. And I had only been up there like once or twice. When I actually went up there, I was like, bro, see that? Because at first I was like, see that has a skating rink?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, where is it?
That whole trash. Yeah. It's a fucking youth basketball gym with skates.
Don't do it like that. I'm crying. Yeah, we used to go to Redbird back in the day. So
for sure, Redbird, and for sure, whichever one that one is called in Arlington, I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, the Stadium.
Oh, Stadium. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
Which they don't stay open, so they have adult night and stuff. Forum, as far as I've seen, they stay open the latest out of everybody. That one in Arlington, they don't find like people don't go up there no more like that. And I heard like you can't take backpacks and shit in there. Like, yeah, it's crazy. I guess because I guess all the whatever been going on there for over the years.
Them niggas.
Yeah, them East Arlington niggas actually. The East Arlington niggas been up there acting the fool.
Arlington niggas different.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, man. So what? Oh shit! Which episode is this, man? I was about to get my shit off, and I was like, hold on, I don't even know what we on right now. I think we on 120. Yeah, we on 120, Nate.
Oh, really?
Yes, we are.
Boy, I was going to say 113. Well, that show you how far.
Nate is not paying attention at all. Yeah, we are on 120. Welcome to the Blanime podcast. This is episode 120. And I'm Unbothered Mike. And I'm with, fuck it, we're going again, Almine, because we have a little bit, worst gen versus, actually not worst gen. Team Chicago versus Team Dallas. We're going to have this hoop competition and shit. And
hoop it up fast.
Yeah, so all I know is Nate's getting all the buckets and I'm getting all the fouls. So that's all I fucking know. So
right.
Yeah, so I'm setting screens, I'm fouling, and I'm making it difficult for niggas to get shots up. So now you might get 2 shot attempts on me, and that I have to be completely open because I'm a brick that hoe. Anyway. we back for another week of anime and headassery. We are also powered by Concept Moon.
This is for Rachel, you big.
Oh shit, I didn't try to do the Rachel one. Sorry. Yeah. Shout out to Concept Moon keeping the lights on and everything, man.
Yes.
We wrapping the set right now with our hoodie and shirt right now.
Black by popular demand is what the rest of the shirt says, guys.
Yes. Oh man, so let me see. So yeah, we talked about those skating thing yesterday. I think what else happened last week? Did anything else interesting happen with us last week? I don't really think. I don't know.
I don't remember shit. Not that I think.
Monday's already here now, so I literally forgot about everything last week.
Same. I honestly don't remember nothing from last week at this point at all.
Yeah. We went on to the next. So yeah, we skipped recording yesterday and went skating and everything. So I do think I'm gonna be skating more often. And Nay got these clean ass skates that she got, and she got the all white joints. So like I low key was looking like, damn, I need to get me some myself. I need to make sure I'll be able to skate because there's no point in me having some nice skates, but I still look trash out there. I was happy that I'm not the most trash nigga on the rink.
Boy, cause the nigga, what if he listens to us? He probably don't.
That nigga don't listen to us. He needs to focus on other things. This was one bald headed nigga in there, man, and that nigga was struggling skating.
Oh my God. I felt so bad for him. He literally was scooting, y'all. Like I wouldn't even say it was he was really trying. He really was. He was not going nowhere.
Hey, my man need to go on kids night. Because I was sitting there chilling, like I think I was sitting there talking to Patrice, and then I felt somebody hit my arm. I'm like, bro, who the fuck is this? And it's this nigga struggling. Like his arms are swinging because he's trying to keep his balance. So I couldn't even get mad. I'm like, bro, you about to be over with for you. Like, nigga, I'm like, well, fuck it. Like, I just gotta let him make it, man. It was overflowing.
He was struggling. I remember I was passing him at one point, and he was about to fall, and people were trying to catch him. It's not funny, but like
it's funny.
Like that nigga was struggling. Like I can't even describe. Like when I say scooting probably doesn't make sense with y'all. Like he could barely move his feet. Like that nigga was not going nowhere. I felt so bad.
Bro, how did he get off the rink? Because I know they was going too fast for him to escape.
He must have been there since the time they opened. Because that's the only way he would have got on the floor.
No, there's no fucking way, man.
There was no way he could have did that. Like they be going too goddamn fast for him to have got on there. No.
That nigga, so he hit me and I just let him make it because this nigga didn't know how to skate. Then another chick like ran into me and fell. And I couldn't do shit but keep rolling by. I was like, well, shit. I can't stop, so I can't help you.
Look, that's what they asses be getting because they be trying to do, some of them be trying to do too much and don't even be looking where they going.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't do, well, I've been practicing at the house, like skating backwards and stuff and like trying to do some other stuff. But when I go up there for adult night, because I'm not where I want to be, I just go forward. I stay on the inside, slower skaters to the inside, stay on the inside, and I just roll around. Mm-hmm. And I just avoid people that's doing all the extra shit. And then when the slow songs come on, I get off. And then I get back on if I feel like it right before the last slow song I feel like. Mm-hmm. That way when it speed up, I'm already there. I ain't got to try to worry about trying to figure out how I'm going to get through. And I don't be having time. Because the first time I went to adult night, that was probably a month and a half ago. Actually, it's probably been about 2 months now, which was why I didn't go skating for a couple weeks after that. I was trying to get off, and I thought I found an opening. Them niggas was coming around that corner. Nope. They were going so fast. So I basically broke their line, but they were going so fast. It was a girl. Like I broke their line. The girl picked me up and put me on the carpet. That's how fast she was going. Like, I mean, flying. And I thought that I did find the opening, but they were going so fast that they came around. I just wasn't quick enough to get off. But it was some people trying to get off last night. One girl, she fell and she just crawled to the car. I be fucking crying. That should be funny if you sit on the side and just watch people trying to get on and off, especially if they can't skate at all. That should be funny as hell.
Yeah,
it really do.
Yes, yeah. So I was proud of myself because I wasn't me not touching skates in like 15 years. I was like, I'm not the most trash nigga out here, so it's fine. Like I'll be back in a few months or so. Yeah, I'll be back.
That nigga was that nigga. I don't even want that. I felt awful. So. I still, man.
I don't.
And he had a mean ass face too. That nigga was, I can't do because I'm laughing.
All I saw was fear on his face.
That nigga looked like CJ from San Andreas. He skated around. Nigga looked mad as hell.
Not CJ.
He didn't look like he was from California somewhere with that big ass plaid shirt on.
Yeah, he did have a big ass plaid shirt on. Yeah. Sorry to that man. Yeah. I need to recommend air gear for that nigga. He gotta learn how to skate some kind of way, man. That he's not in good shape on the skating ring.
Oh, he wasn't. Oh, I'm crying.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm crying.
Shit. Man, but anyway, Nay, man, what you watched this week?
Oh, okay. Cause I forgot to put it all down. So I watched more Kenichi. I'm almost done with Kenichi. I'm on like episode like 40.
Oh yeah, you almost done. You're almost out of there.
Yeah. So and y'all know I casually just be watching that here and there. So I also started Kuroko's basketball season 2. So I didn't watch much of it this week. But I actually didn't watch much of it at all. Old boy, the center. Oh, they kind of going into that nigga funny as fuck. That's what that's like he's kind of being introduced. Were they about to play outside?
That's street ball. Yeah, they was about to play.
Yeah, they was doing street ball or something. So that's where I'm at with them. Then I didn't start, but I lied. I started Tokyo Revengers.
Let's fucking
go.
I
I watched episode 1. I said I was going to watch more throughout the week because I had to tell y'all about my non-watches, my non-anime watches, which is what's been kind of occupying me. But I did watch episode 1 of Tokyo Revengers. I definitely see the erase aspect, but I can tell that it will be better. That shit fucked me up, like that it actually worked. And also, y'all know I love time travel shit. So they start, they trying to change that damn world lines. It gives me these Steins Gate vibes, and I just be sold. So I definitely, it looked good. I love where I feel like the story is gonna go. So I'm excited. I'll probably be caught up with that by the end of this week. So when we come back next week, I can really talk about it. But I did start Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah, you're gonna get hooked.
I feel like I am. I think that looking at my list. Oh, and then one thing I actually didn't realize that I didn't want. I finally finished JJK. I didn't realize I didn't watch episode 24.
What?
I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it at all.
Dead.
So I watched the last episode of the season like the other day because I looked at my Annie list because I kind of just been watching stuff and not actually going to my Annie list because like Netflix and So when I looked, I'm like, damn. I was like, oh shit. So I did watch the last episode of JJK.
Wow.
Which was great. Looked great, amazing. Y'all know we are a JJK stan account.
That's fast.
So that's all the anime I watched for the last week.
Yeah,
my non-anime watches.
Shit.
There's not too bad. I'll start with Stargate SG-1. So I don't know, like my people who like sci-fi stuff. Y'all probably remember back in the day on Sci-Fi, Stargate SG-1 used to come on. It sometimes come on real late at night. Sometimes it just be on. So Netflix has all the seasons on there, and that was one of those shows that like. If I was watching, like my TV stayed on Sci-Fi growing up, like that was my main channel because I just like that kind of stuff. And I would catch episodes of Stargate SG-1, but I never watched it in its entirety. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually going back and watching it so I can actually get the storyline and not just be seeing an episode here and there and not really understanding what was going on, which again is right up my alley. They I wouldn't call it time travel, but it's like a Stargate or it's like a gate that can, when they put certain coordinates in, it takes them to different planets. And so it's just kind of going based on that team going to these different planets and just running into the weirdest shit you can think of. It's low key like JoJo's, but like with people. But it's an older show. It came out in like the late 90s. And then I think it ended like 2007 or 8 or some shit like
what
that.
What is it on Hulu?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix? Oh, okay. I'm like, what the fuck is she watching this off of? I remember when it was on TV, but I never actually like looked at it.
And that's why I used to catch episodes here and there because it wasn't one that I would actually watch when I was on Sci-Fi, or if my TV was on and it was on there, like I said, I would watch it, but it wasn't something I was checking for. So this is the first time I'm actually getting the storylines to it, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm damn near done with season 1 because I've been letting it play even when I'm not paying attention. And the other non-anime watch I had this week was this show called The Mystic Creek. Pretty sure it's called Mystic Creek. And this is a Nollywood show. So if y'all aren't from, even though, shout out to my boy Ben, he didn't put me on or nothing, but Nigerian, Hollywood, Nollywood. I love Nollywood shows and movies. So this was like a weird movie or weird show. It was only like 6 episodes. So I was so super mad, but it was really good. It kind of had like some magic. I don't want to call it magic. I guess it had that aspect. But it was about this lady and her husband. They went back to her homeland, but the priestess didn't want them there because her destiny was to like stop them from all the evil doing that they were doing. It just kind of goes in that. So I actually really enjoyed it. So if you're into Nollywood, which I tweeted something about Nollywood movies and stuff, and there was a few people that kind of commented back. So if you're into like weird stuff and you like Nollywood TV shows and movies, again, I would suggest that one is a quick watch. Like I said, it was like 6 episodes. So yeah, I think that was all of my stuff I watched this week. And last week, I forgot to mention that I had started and finished real quick, like within like 2 days, Jupiter's Legacy.
Oh, I've seen a little bit of that. It's pretty good.
I really like. I binged that shit and finished it real quick. I really enjoyed it, and I hope to have it. I hope they have a season 2, but I don't know how that's gonna play out. I don't know. They can do it, but yeah, I actually really like that show.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it, and it is really good from what I saw. So yeah, I need to actually make sure I go back and finish that. Yeah. What else you watch?
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Okay, so first off, let me start off with non-anime shit that I seen. So I watched the most low budget ghetto shit of all time on Prime Video. Called
I love watching Prime movies.
No, Nate, not this one. This shit's terrible. It's a movie called Turned Out.
Was Yellow Beezy in it?
No.
You know he got a bro.
Why would Yellow Beezy has a movie on Prime? Really?
Yes, because
for what?
Okay, you remember? So Amazon Prime videos is kind of like what Netflix used to be back in the day, where it was like indie movies, just a lot of independent ass movies that you could catch on there.
I think I found
that's kind of how Amazon Prime can be. Because I watched like people who don't watch Plug Love, Murder. He got a few movies, and I done watched all his movies on Amazon Prime. I be watching them low budget black movies because a lot of them be having good storyline, iffy acting, but good storylines. So
I think I
turned
found
out
it.
This sounds ghetto.
It's called Goon Side.
Yeah.
Wow.
I watched it. It was
okay.
Kind of
Jesus Christ. But. No. Okay. So the shit I watched is the worst thing I ever seen in my life, and I watched the whole entire thing called Turned Out. So essentially, it's about these 3 women. One's strictly dickly, one's a lesbian, and one's curious. And it basically goes, about their whole relationship issues. The curious one is married, and she sets up her husband to cheat so they can get a divorce.
Damn, that's fucked up.
No,
wow.
It's super fucked up. I'm like, why the fuck? Like, if you want to get a divorce, just get a divorce. Why the fuck you got to set this nigga up to cheat? Like, you if you knew he was gonna cheat anyway, why would you just divorce this nigga? Like, I don't get it. But anyway, so that was a curious one. So she ends up, like I said, setting her husband up to get so for them to get a divorce by setting him up to cheat. The lesbian one is like in the most toxic relationship ever with her stud. I guess I don't know. I hope that's appropriate, but anyway, her stud girlfriend, and can I call her that nigga? That nigga is Future, but a woman. Well, yeah,
I'm not too.
Yeah, so just cheating, just ridiculously cheating, and I'm like,
he said ridiculously cheating.
Yeah, like it was just straight blatant cheating and shit. Like she picked her up from the gym. And like had the same shit she had on from the day before with lipstick on her collar. And she's like, oh no, I just ran into a friend and she hugged me and got a little bit on my collar. And shit. I'm like, bro, you got to come up with a better lies than this.
It didn't. And she believed it.
Yeah. And then the straight one is in a relationship with this dude. And when I tell you this nigga is a villain, he's basically like if Dio and Future had a kid, that's what he is. The most worst person you can ever think of in your life. This nigga, I can't explain to you how toxic this nigga is and how much of a fucking villain he is. All I can say is you have to watch it to understand how evil this nigga is. And
that's funny as fuck.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah,
I'm updating my Prime Video so I can watch it.
I'm about to share it with you right now. I'm sending you the text with that whole yeah.
Say list.
But the thing is, like, it's literally like if I recorded a movie off my iPhone, that's what it looks like. It looks terrible. No, actually, my iPhone will be a upgrade up. If I recorded,
that sound about right.
If I recorded this whole from my built-in webcam on my computer, that's what it would look like.
Crime.
Camera work, everything. It's just the most ghetto shit I ever seen in my life. And I know they spent all of $130 to put this movie together.
Don't do them like that. I'm hollering. Okay. I'm finna watch it. Because I love them little ghetto movies.
Please tell me when you watch it, because I'm gonna be like,
I'm probably gonna watch it tonight. Honestly,
hey, okay.
If you want me to be completely honest,
Watch it tonight. It's 2 hours though.
I'll go to sleep and catch back up in the morning if I fall asleep too. I really love them type of movies. Yes. And what I like about Prime, which I wish Netflix would go back to doing, once you finish the movie, it gives you suggestions. So it'd be a whole bunch of other ghetto movies that you could watch like that, like little ghetto, low budget little movies that you could put on. I love them.
Yeah.
Let me download. Yes.
It's just one of the wildest things I've ever seen in my life. Just like everything about this movie was wild, and I don't know why I watched it, but yeah. I don't recommend it to anybody, but if you want a good laugh, if you literally want to see something bad, go for it. I recommend it.
Who said, you know me.
They love watching shit.
I love a bad movie.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I did watch that Michael B. Jordan movie, Without Remorse. It's pretty good.
I watched some of that at my daddy in them house.
Yeah, it's good. I really enjoyed that. Like he played the part well. Like yeah, it was a good ass movie. That nigga was basically a Black Terminator. Yeah, I think that was it. I don't think I really watched nothing else non-anime wise. Like I said, I did see a little bit of Jupiter's Legacy kind of in the background type shit. So yeah. But let me get to these anime watches, man, because fucking Turned Out has my mind everywhere. That movie is terrible. All right. So yeah, I did watch Tokyo Revengers, of course. My favorite of the current season. Anybody that's keeping up with Tokyo Revengers on the episode that just came out, it's getting crazy. They keep going up. They're going uphill with this story, and it's looking really good. Like it hasn't had any kind of drop off at all. So shout out to everybody that's peeping Tokyo Revengers. I know a lot of people are reading it because it's so good that some people started reading it instead of just watching it week to week. So I haven't got to that point yet. I think I'll be reading it after the season is over.
Over with.
Yeah. So this shit is just a good ass story. I love the art style. There's literally I can go on and on about everything I love about Tokyo Revengers and everything. So I don't even know shit about this studio Linden Films, but they're animating it beautiful. It looks really good. So yeah, Tokyo Revengers, To Your Eternity, which I've been telling y'all, I've been watching that as well. Supernatural kind of show. It took a big upside these past 2 episodes because there's a lot of like unanswered questions, and they started answering questions these last 2 episodes. So now you kind of starting to see how this story is gonna play out with the main character Fushi and what his part is in this world. I know I kind of told you about it briefly, Nay, but it's super hard to explain this story. You just it's kind of one of those things where you just have to watch it to kind of see. It. Yeah, you can't. I don't think a synopsis would do it any good for To Your Eternity. So yeah, but I do recommend it though. It's really good, and I love the intro song. The intro song is really fucking good. Yeah. Which one do I want to talk about first, man? So I did finish 2 anime within this past week. So yeah, let me go Kuroko first. I finished season 2 of Kuroko, and I binged it. I couldn't put it down. Everything that we loved about the first season, it's like that times 5 in the second season. Like, they literally progressed their skills so much from the first season to the second season. It's like, and then I love that, I love all the starters on Seirin. Like, all of them play their part very well. And now what they added this season instead of last season. So at the end of last season, Kiyoshi, the team's ace for the past year, he was hurt, but now he came back. So now you get to see them. Now you get to see them with a legit center on their squad. And Kiyoshi is like good. He's good as fuck. He ain't like the greatest player. He ain't like generation of miracle talent, but he is good, and he has the best fucking attitude you could ever want on your team. And
I like him too.
Yeah. So yeah, Kiyoshi is one of my favorites that I've seen this season. Now that he's part of the team and everything. Kuroko has leveled up this season. I'm not gonna go into it because you haven't finished it, but Kuroko has definitely leveled up his skill. Kagami 1,000% leveled up his skill this season, and you will see. You gonna see, because I ain't gonna spoil it, but Kagami's up there with the generation of miracles. Like he ain't no slouch no more. He ain't no nigga that can just jump no more. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, So Kuroko has officially become my favorite sports anime. Based off the second season, and I got a whole nother season and a whole nother movie I haven't even gotten into yet. So, I apologize for sleeping on Kuroko's basketball for this long because this shit came out in 2013. So, almost a decade later, but better late than never. And the Kuroko,
I was gonna say,
yeah,
better late than never. Yay!
Yeah, so they was telling me that like because I was praising Kuroko's and everything, so they was saying like I need to watch Ace of Diamond, which would be interesting because I don't care about baseball like that. So I have to see, everybody's saying that's like up there with the best sports anime of all time.
It's crazy. I've started a couple baseball animes. I have Ace of Diamonds on my watch list, but I hadn't started it because I heard
there's
about
another
it.
one. There's another baseball anime.
Well, there's one called Mix that a lot of people probably don't know about because I was reading it and I watched it, and I feel like it's a little bit more slice of life ish. More so than like sports, but it's about some like middle schoolers like getting ready to try to like go to high school or whatever and play baseball. But I feel like it's probably considered more so slice of life than anything. And then there was another one. It's called One Outs, and it's like sports anime meets Death Note because Austin or Booby. So shout out to Booby. He was the person who told me to watch One Outs a long time ago. I watched like the first episode or two, and I just never picked it back up. But it has like a psychological thriller aspect to it, but it's about baseball. So I don't know. It seems like they do have a lot of baseball animes out there, or animes that are have baseball in them. I feel like that's like the biggest sport I see.
Yeah, that's their sport.
That's
their sport in Japan. Like that's their NFL is baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense now.
Yeah. That's their bag over there is baseball. So, yeah. So I can't wait till you finish Kuroko's, man, because you gonna get to a point where you're not gonna be able to put that whole down because it's like the games are super intense in this season. I don't. They were intense last season, but they got really intense this season. Because even the teams that they played that don't have like a Generation of Miracle player on it, they're still good ass fucking games. Like it just ain't easy for the non-Generation of Miracle teams and shit. So
okay, I'm ready. I need to focus. It'd be hard, like because even though I don't be on the phone at work, just like because I watch Kuroko's sub. I don't like they dub, so it's just hard for me to watch it, and which is why I haven't finished it. But I'm going to try to finish that this week because I need to see my nigga Almine.
Hey man, they go into Almine's backstory. Like it's a bunch of stuff that you need to see in this episode. Yeah, like they show Kuroko and Almine's relationship, like while they were on the same team. Like it's some deep shit that they go into and everything. So, man, like I can't wait to you finish it because I really got to talk about some of the shit that we saw in there.
I would try to finish it in the next, really this week, but since we'll have somebody next week, we'll probably talk about it more in depth in probably 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whenever you do, it's okay. It's no rush. But it's some heat. I feel like you'll get to a point where you're just not gonna be able to stop watching it. Like you're gonna just straight go into binge mode. Because I really don't be trying to watch anime at work unless I'm just completely bored. And I literally like probably flew through a good 5 episodes a day at one point last week while I was at work and everything. So
that's crazy. So, yeah, that's how I know. I mean, there's some heat and it looks good too. The animation is really good.
Amazing. They did such a good job. Good. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to everybody that supports Kuroko's basketball. I highly recommend that. What else do I watch, man? I feel like it was one more thing. Oh, Castlevania talk. I'm ready now. I'm ready. We can talk about Castlevania now. So
Castlevania. Oh, I forgot. Okay, y'all, because I don't know. Oh, well, I said something last week.
You said a little bit, but you was like, yeah. So I'm here now. I finished it in its entirety. That last episode threw me for a fucking loop. The last 2 episodes threw me for a fucking loop.
Trevor fucking Belmont had everybody stressed the fuck out.
So who we can go by character. We can go by episode, however you want to do it. Like I got my notes here. I was typing up my notes while I was watching this shit. Like I was ready. Yeah.
We can go either way because you're probably gonna jog my memory just a little bit more since it's been
like over a week since
like
you finished
it. Like a week and a half since I finished it.
All right, so I wrote down Isaac is a fucking problem, and if Isaac wanted to, he could have ended everybody's shit
and wouldn't have had to think twice about it. I really like Isaac. I love his voice. I love the way he looks. I love the way he sounds.
His character design, everything about him.
Yeah. And that talk he had with that
night creature.
Yeah, that was a night creature, I guess. Yeah, that talk. He be having some good ass like dialogue. Every season. Like, yes, he be having some great ass dialogue. Like, I can't even remember exactly what they all went into in that scene, but it was I really enjoyed that particular scene. Like I enjoy seeing Isaac on camera though. So
yeah, all the Isaac scenes were heat. So it's just man. I didn't know like he had them hoes. Like he could fight too. Like just outside of making those night creatures and everything, because he pulled up on the on Carmilla's castle and shit, and he slashing up everybody with his little magic sword and shit. So
Carmilla ass.
Fucking Carmilla. Yeah, we're gonna get to her in a second. Yeah, Isaac is a fucking problem. From the first 6 or 7 episodes, I had Alucard as my MVP of the show. Alucard was going nuts with that fucking sword of his and his little floating shit and his abilities and shit. So I feel like he didn't do as much last season, but now this season, like he was really in his bag this season and everything. Outside of him fucking on that boy and that girl that he had to end up killing last season.
Which blew me. Yeah, Alucard, he's actually one of my favorites. I just like I don't know. First of all, let me just backtrack. I love just the art style.
Art style's amazing.
And the animation. Yeah, I just love how those characters look in general. So Alucard, I was happy to see him have I want to say more active role, but just like you're saying, just kind of getting in his bag and like us getting to see some fights and stuff. Because it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while
since we got to see that out of him. And then even him having a love interest in the end.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready for they little 1/4 vampire baby.
We like the originals. If anybody's ever watched the originals, like that's what that shit's finna start turning into.
Yeah.
All these half and thirds and fourth vampire werewolf ass babies they finna start having.
Yeah. So let me see. Alucard. Oh, and I really just felt bad like for Belmont and Cypher the whole time. I'm like, I know they tired as shit. They was fighting the entire season. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, bro, I know these niggas just want one up. I know they want a nap. One nap. And then
that's what Trevor said. Like, God damn, we're gonna be fighting all the time.
Yeah.
Like this all we did this just to be fighting.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Yeah. What'd you think about Varney before the end? Like just on the regular episodes about Varney. You remember?
I know who he is, but like he was I feel like if this was like the real world, he would have been like a racist vampire. Like I don't know what it was about him. That nigga just came out real racist, like to me. Just real
he's real racist. High and mighty about himself and everything. I'm like, bro, you really not shit.
Humble yourself, right? You really not nothing.
Yeah, and I thought old boy
was gonna beat his ass.
I thought he was gonna beat his ass. Ratkoff, or I think that's his name.
Yeah, whatever his name was. Yeah.
I was like, oh, they about to square up because he's like, bro, I fucking hate you. And I was like, oh shit.
I was like, shit, they about to fight.
Bro, they didn't fight though. I'm like, damn. So yeah. Varney was talking shit the whole season. I'm like, bro, nobody gives a fuck if you was supposed to reclaim London for Dracula and shit like that. Nobody gives a fuck. Like nobody know who you are, bro.
Looking Dracula, because that's what he looked like, a cracked out fucking Dracula.
Not cracked out. Not Crackula.
Crackula. Well, that's another episode
Write
title.
that
That's
one
on
down. Crackula. All right, bet. Got that one written down. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that shit was crazy. And then homeboy was talking cash shit, but then he was about to get Belmont out of here. Luckily, old girl sacrificed herself for Belmont because Belmont about to get his ass killed. He was working that nigga Belmont.
Yeah, he was working Belmont. Definitely was working Trevor. Which he, he got in his bag later. But yeah, I was like, bro, come on, don't go out like this.
I finally saw what you were talking about, Nate, because I know you kind of hinted at it last week, but you didn't really want to give it up. That fucking new weapon Trevor gets was crazy. He was a fool with that whole. He was a fool with that fucking weapon, man.
Like this shit is lit. Like what's like that shit look good too.
That fucking sword, boomerang, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Oh man,
that shit was lit.
Yeah,
that shit was. I forgot what they called it when they found it too. Because it was. I don't have to. It's gonna make me want to go back and rewatch it again just because I'm not remembering a lot of the little details like that. But yeah, when he found that and what Saint Germain when they.
He was a hoe.
Was.
Yeah. Saint Germain was a hoe. And he paid the fucking price for it too.
With that little
greedy fuck. Yeah.
Niggas be doing too much.
Yeah. Okay, we talked Saint Germain, Alucard, Belmont, Cypher. Oh, hot take.
Cypher a real one though.
Cypher, I know you don't watch Avatar like that, but I got Cypher beating Korra's ass. Listen, Cypher's a fucking problem, man. When she was already a problem with her ice and her fire and all that shit. When then she started doing electricity, I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, I'm like, bitch, damn. What else she gonna be fucking doing?
Damn.
Wind, water. I mean, you already fire, but you finna be having all the elements and some.
Cypher is a better avatar than Korra. She might be better than Aang. I had to go back and revisit.
I am crying. Boy, I am not gonna lie. So I'm glad you watched it because I definitely almost shedded some thug tears when Alucard and them was like, when old girl was like, damn, ain't nobody talked to Cypher in 2 weeks.
Oh,
like she's coming out.
She was sad as shit.
And
I was like,
she was sad as hell. I'm like, damn, she really lost the love of her life, bro. And she was like, I'm just about to leave. And Alucard was like, no, don't leave. We got a place for you here. This is a new village. What you gonna name it?
Trevor? Real quick. Yeah, we're gonna get to that because I want to go back to Varney real quick. So Varney revealed himself as fucking Death, which fucking that was a big ass plot twist. I'm like, nigga,
that was a big plot twist. I was like, how?
I'm like, hold on, bro. You been deaf this whole fucking time? So yeah, if you and old boy got into it, you would have killed his ass.
With no diff in the end, but like I really thought you were gonna get your ass beat at one point, but no.
So yeah, so basically what happens is Death basically manipulated Saint Germain into about to make Dracula and his wife into a fucking Rebus, which is basically a hermaphrodite, an immortal hermaphrodite. And when their body went into that fucking thing, I was like, bro, I was stressed out. I'm like, bro, what's about to happen, bro?
I was too.
Oh, the whole season, everybody was trying to resurrect Dracula, and then it turns out they damn near resurrected him with his wife into one body. And I'm like, it was like one side was a man chest, the other side was woman titty. It
was a lot going on when they pulled that damn thing out.
I was like, stressed out. I'm like, bro, Alucard, your parents is about to be one parent. You about to have a mom, dad.
You about to have just. What the fool said? A mom, dad.
All right.
A man.
A dom.
A dom. Them niggas like, boy, that shit was stressful as hell. Cause I'm like, how are they really finna get away with, like, how is this gonna even work? Like, they really went to the depths of hell to pull these niggas out.
Yeah.
Like, that shit. It was like some, see, everybody takes it was some Black Zetsu shit.
Damn near.
Getting manipulated.
He was pulling strings.
To do some shit.
Damn near, yeah. I can see that, Nate. That's a good comparison. Yeah, if Varney / Death was pulling strings the whole fucking time,
finessing the fuck out of
Jermaine,
people.
it wasn't even you, my guy. It was death.
And went out sad.
Yeah, cause when so first what blew me was like, okay, he went from Barney and then he turned into the chick that he met in the fucking whatever zone it was, and I was like, oh shit, it was her? It was her this whole time. Then she turned into death. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I can't even keep up no more. I was like, how is this? How are we?
Well, how
did y'all just changing into? He stressed me out.
Yeah, that shit went crazy. So the one thing that really made me happy, like out before that happened, what made me happy was when Belmont and Cypher went into the little mirror thing, and then they've teamed up with Alucard, and so all three of them started fighting together.
It looked them niggas was getting it in. The choreography to that fight.
Oh my god. We gotta talk about Castlevania's animation being top tier. Like, why the fuck can't y'all translate that shit to every other anime y'all have?
And I'm wondering if it's because they don't consider it anime. Because I just don't understand why.
Fuck it.
That shit looks good. Like I said, the choreography, that shit looked good when they was. I was like, yeah, this shit's some heat.
That stood out to me when Alucard, Trevor, and Cypher was fighting. What also stood out to me was when Isaac fought Carmilla, and just like all that blood everywhere.
All that blood was.
Oh man! And then she was like, "You don't deserve my blood," and killed her.
I wouldn't do it, but that shit, like, I'm not gonna let you do it. I'd rather do it to myself. I wasn't expecting that, but I was like, that's kind of real.
Yeah.
To go out. Like,
she went out hard too, because she was like, I can't wait till your ass get to hell, because I'm gonna try my fucking best to make sure to see if you can die twice.
Yeah, and I was like, she mean that shit.
She meant that shit to the bottom of her fucking soul.
Her sisters came back.
Yeah.
They was like, Carmilla's dead. They was like, okay, we're going to eat.
Yeah, we heading out west, man. We about to go over here and go to Fat Burger, because we good on the rest of this shit.
Like, we is good, love. They wasn't trying to fuck with that shit.
They did the right thing.
Yeah, they did. Oh, we didn't really talk about Hector or
Hector. And what was that chick's name?
I'd be forgetting it.
I forgot her name too. The
red ashes. What you want?
Cremation.
I was just gonna say hookah coals. That's what happened to her, because she just, and Hector. I felt so bad for him, but I was like, that is the definition of just, you love somebody, you literally will let them go do what they want to do. Because I'm like, bitch, why do you want to go outside?
Yeah.
You want to come outside?
She was so fucking hung up on Carmilla. She was like, man, fuck it. Like it.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. That's all right. She about to be in the air fryer with Carmilla in hell. So
I was just gonna say, they are up and down there cooking. No pun intended. They're cooking.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and wrap up. So we'll go to the end. So Trevor pulls this crazy ass fucking magic shit out his ass and kills Death.
And
hit him right in the fucking square between his eyes with this fucking magic ass sword that he crafted from his knowledge of being a Belmont. So it appears that Trevor dies. And so I'm like, I'm kind of fucked up. I'm like, fuck, he's gone. And then on top of that, he's like, yeah, I'm pregnant. I'm like,
yeah, when Cypher said she was pregnant, I'm like, yo, come on, bro. I was like, damn, that's tough.
I was fucked up. I was like, bro, now she about to be pregnant. Now she about to have a little Trevor Jr. or whoever, and now she gonna have to raise a little kid by herself. Then they talk about naming the village after Belmont. I was like, fuck, man.
That when Alucard was like, we're gonna name it this, because she was like, well, I just need to be with my people. I'm finna have this baby.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, damn, I wonder if Trevor know that she was pregnant or not.
Well, he low key did, because right before he died, he was like, I love you, and he was like, Trefor is a terrible name, or however he say her accent, like
yeah.
He's like, that's a terrible name. So yeah, so he low-key knew, which was kind of weird. It was kind of dope that he knew, even though I don't think she probably didn't know at that point.
She probably hadn't told.
Yeah, so then that same fucking horse from the beginning of the show pulls up, And lo and behold, my boy Trevor, he half his ass is fried, but he's alive.
He's alive out of thin fucking air. They were like,
I was happy as shit. I'm like, how is this nigga alive? But I want to know. And so
2 weeks later,
yeah. So they showed they did show that Saint Germain basically casted some kind of spell, and it was like a brief, like real glimpse of that shit. So if you missed it, then you wouldn't have known it happened. But he did like a quick little glimpse of his little magic before he died, and basically sent Trevor to another part of the country or whatever. And so basically it took his ass 2 weeks to travel back to fucking Dracula's castle. So they thought his ass was dead, but he was really like, bro, fuck they ain't had no cell phone, so he couldn't,
he couldn't let nobody know.
He couldn't iMessage and be like, yeah, I'm on my way, man. I'm down the street.
That's just funny. And we got to talk about Dracula and his wife, because you thought like the whole them transferring them into that body didn't work, but we just assumed like, okay, the shit didn't work.
They went back to hell.
They went back to hell. Whatever. These niggas is alive. Well, I guess I don't know what they look like they was flesh.
They look like they were fully alive. Yeah, they basically she said they got a second chance.
Yeah, because like, they finna be kicking it. And he's going by his original name.
Yeah, Vlad.
And I'm like, this nigga look like whatever, like, But they was having their little moment. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. How the fuck did they come? Like, now I would like to know, like, how that worked. Like, okay, how did they fucking be able to just...
I could see, like, their souls, because technically their soul didn't really... like, Trevor basically exploded that fucking doll and made sure that they wasn't bound into that thing. So I could see their souls being in the world of living, but they have a full ass physical
body.
Yeah, so that was like, okay, wow, like how did that shit happen? So, I mean, I don't know. Do you think that's the end?
I don't know if there's gonna be a season 5.
I was just see it being a season 5.
I honestly, I said the same thing. I was like, the way it ended, it could end like, and that just be that, like that could be the ending. But I do feel like they have some room, because I mean, there were some loose ends tied up, but then there's really not, because Dracula's back. The whole premise of like this, like Trevor and was saying, we trying to keep them from actually reincarnating these people, or reincarnating Dracula, and he's back now. Now, granted, he ain't on no fuck shit because he got his girl.
Yeah, he got his girl, so he's good now.
He's good, but he's still back. So I feel like that's something. I mean, with Trevor and Cypher having the baby, like he's gonna be that's like the Belmont legacy is living on. So I mean, Hector probably still salty about some stuff. I mean, Isaac. There's still people in play that I feel like their story isn't necessarily over yet. So they have enough to work with to make another season. But if they left it as it was, they would be okay.
I hope they don't, though. In a way, I hope they don't, because they essentially gave everybody closure.
Almost a happy ending.
Yeah, so I mean, like even Isaac and Hector, like they went from hating all of humanity to like, you know what? We're not about to dwell on the past. We were just about to live our life.
We're just about to live and keep going.
So I feel like if you gave them that closure, don't have Dracula come into the mix and now they want to fight this nigga or whatever, ill will or whatever. I think that they got their fucking closure. All the evil ass vampires is out the mix. Carmela dead.
Barney is gone.
That Rat Cough, all the niggas that was problems, that was vampires, they all dead. We ain't got to worry about their ass fucking up no more. The two sisters, they chilling. They don't want no smoke.
Yeah, they don't want no smoke.
They just chilling. They doing their thing. Like I don't see, like, all the night creatures is gone and shit. Like, there's no reason to continue the story. Unless they try to pull some Boruto shit and make it about Trevor and Cypher dad. So, his son
and the baby.
Or baby, whatever. Yeah.
I can see that be only, and I say, like I said, I feel like there's still enough there where they could come up with something, but Castlevania was really popular.
Yeah.
And this is Netflix and they like money. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled a season 5 out they ass. Like I said, I felt like there's just enough for them to come up with something to continue it. But I mean, personally, like I said, I think it was kind of full circle. I feel like everything kind of, like you said, closure was kind of given. Everybody kind of pretty much got what they wanted in the end.
Everybody got what they wanted.
And it's peaceful. Yeah, everything is pretty peaceful. But with this being Netflix, and like I said, I feel like there is still enough, like you said, to have a spinoff, or just even if it's something just dealing with Dracula and his girl, like, you know, them traveling. Like, I feel like there's enough of something there where they could come up with some bullshit to go into another season. Hopefully that's not the case, but
I don't know what the fuck they gonna throw werewolves in the mix. I don't know what the fuck they gonna do next.
I'm crying.
It's gonna be Underworld.
Maybe. Boy.
Shit.
They repeat the cycle. Like you said, either gonna maybe go into the legacy of this Belmont child, or maybe something happened with Dracula and his wife again. They find out that he's not just Vlad, but he's Dracula, and then something happens, and then he goes on a rampage. Like, I mean, we don't know, but I think there's enough there for them to come up with some bullshit if they want to.
The good thing is that Netflix is good for letting you know if the next season is confirmed. So yeah. So I feel like I say if we don't hear shit within the next month, then that shit over with.
It's probably done.
Yeah.
Because they came out with season 4 pretty quick. This season came out fairly quick. Because last year was when season 3 tried. They did pretty good getting this one, you know, getting us the content fairly quickly. I think it was
March last year.
Yeah, I think so too. So I think they did pretty good getting the content out kind of quick, you know. So like you said, I agree with that. We don't hear nothing probably in the next month or so.
Because them motherfuckers didn't waste no time letting us know that Blood of Zeus season 2 is confirmed and all that shit. So
and 3, right?
I think it was 2 and 3. I know for sure it was 2, but it might have been 3 as well. Which, anyway, we're not talking about. Yeah, they could have kept. They could have kept season 1. Yeah. So. Yeah, Castlevania was dope as fuck, man. I really enjoyed it. It was a good 10 episode stretch, and I wish I had finished it sooner. But yeah, I literally like watched from episode 4 today all the way to 10 right before we started recording and everything. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Peak non-anime.
Yeah, definitely. I wish it was on my Annie list. I hate that it's not really considered anime, but you know.
Yeah, I gotta update that one on my TV time. Like that's the only thing that, you know, I can track that one on everything.
Track it on.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to them, man, for Castlevania. That was a good 4-season run they had. We're assuming that everything's over and everything. So yeah. So that was our deep dive on Castlevania and everything. So I enjoyed the fuck out of that.
That's good shit.
Yeah, let me see. So I think it was Mad News we had to talk about too.
You did say that.
So real quick, I saw this on Black Girl Anime. Shout out to her. This is super interesting. So the musical group Ally, which is popular for performing the Beastars opening song, Wildside, and then Jujutsu Kaisen's Lost in Paradise. Lost in Paradise. They've gone on hiatus because criminal charges were brought against the drummer, Kahadio, for fraud.
Then they got a PPP loan.
So, gunshots for him being a scammer. Yeah. Why was it really a PPP loan?
No, I don't know. Remember, I just texted you that. Remember, I texted you like that nigga got a PPP loan and it's out of there.
Man. Let me see. I wonder if they actually, I don't really care about it that much, but what if it is a PPP loan? That'd be funny as hell.
I'm crying. He better not have did that.
Yeah, it's just arrested twice on suspicion of committing communications fraud and then caught on camera taking the money from the scam out of an ATM in Tokyo. Kahidio, this nigga named Dio, confessed to taking the money out of ATM to Tokyo. Taking out the money to the ATM to the Tokyo Metropolitan Police. The first arrest came on April 8th, which caused Ali's labor hell, blah, blah, blah. The second arrest on April 24th, where Kahidio was suspected of scamming a 70-year-old woman from Osaka on March 3rd by telling her that she'll be reimbursed for her medical expenses if she pays around 2.3 million yen to the bank account, which Kaito took the money out of. Oh, he a hoe ass nigga. Why are you scamming a 70-year-old woman?
That's so trash.
Oh man, that Lost in Paradise money, man. You wasn't hidden for nothing. You acting like this. You acting different.
Lost in Paradise. Yeah, that shit crazy as hell. Fraud.
Lost in Penitentiary.
That's what you said. I was crying. Lost in Penitentiary. That's episode title number 3.
That's that Lost in Penitentiary. Oh, I'm on a roll.
Lost in Penitentiary.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I saw that shit. So that was wild that these the anime drummers down bad right now. Let me see. Netflix's Godzilla Singular Point anime streams worldwide on June the 24th. So that's literally a month from today. It doesn't appear to be a CGI anime from what it looks like. Or maybe partially CGI, but from what it looks like, it doesn't look like it's a CGI one. So I'm a Godzilla fan. If it doesn't look bad, I'm going to watch it. Animation is by Bones and Orange. So, okay, Bones is nice. So, yeah, we're going to see what happens on that. I'll be watching that day one, and I will also be telling y'all first if that hoe sucks or not. So I'll save y'all the time of finding out if it's trash or not.
I'll save y'all the time.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Oh, work conditions.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So let me go to that one. So that one I thought was crazy. So former Mappa animator describes working conditions like a factory. Freelance animator Mushio explained why he chose to leave Studio Mappa in a series of tweets on May the 14th. According to Mushio, who worked on the most recent season of Attack on Titan, the studio engaged in unhealthy work conditions during the series run. Mushio questioned their decision to work for the company, describing their experience as asked to fix drawings over and over and over again until the sun came up as to why they quit. They criticized Mappa's decision to work on 4 shows at the same time instead of properly training its team so that corrections wouldn't be necessary. And Mushio compared the work environment to a factory where bottom-rung animators were tasked with correcting issues instead of drawing. Damn. So, we used to make jokes about the Mappa sweatshop, but these niggas was really running a sweatshop.
Really in there. That's damn. That's crazy.
I mean,
so crazy.
Yeah. They did a lot of projects at the same time. So let me see. They did JJK, AOT, looks like Zombieland Saga, and I feel like it was something else that
Gymnastics Samurai.
Oh yeah, that's where it is right there. Yeah. Yeah. Now mind you, JJK and AOT, they did look really good animation wise outside of a few clunky CGI scenes, but yeah, so I hope the workers is good, man. I hope them niggas stop killing their ass, man, because I thought it was a quick turnaround from season 3 part 2. Well, actually, no, season 3 part 2 was 2019. Yeah, season 3. Yeah. So from 2019 to the end of 2020 through 2021. Yeah, it's about a year. Yeah, it's a little bit over a year. They have time, but they did all them fucking projects at the same time.
One time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can't do that, man. So I hope they wasn't really running a fucking slave ship like that, man. And we know Mappa ain't gonna make no statement, just like Funimation. They still ain't made no statement about
the sacred ointment.
The sacred ointment. I'm still waiting for that statement to come out. Yeah. In lighter news, actually, this is actually bad news. Jobless Reincarnation got postponed from I think it was supposed to be from July to October. So my niggas that was waiting for the second part of season 1 for Jobless Reincarnation, like myself, we gotta wait a few more months, man. I was about to have that whole in a month and a half, and now it's got postponed. I don't know why it got. Does this say why it got postponed?
I was looking, but I clicked on the next article. Oops.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks.
I don't think it gave an actual.
Yeah. Damn, yeah, it didn't give us a reason. But anyway, yeah, that sucks though, because that's really a good ass isekai. And if you're a fan of isekai, as I've said previously on episodes, this is a good one for you. I really enjoyed it. Let me see here. Moving on. Like I said, it was mad news that's happened this past week. Tower of God returning on May the 30th. I don't read Tower of God. I don't know if I will ever read Tower of God just because I hate Rachel so much. But shout out to everybody. That's ready for the Tower of God to come back and everything. I know. Remember, Nate, I think you that told me that the author was like having I think mental health issues.
I know but we know Black Clover, probably them too, hell, because all of these mangakas be coming out talking about like how stressed, or they just be beating themselves up so much. Goddamn.
Yeah.
So they probably did. I hate to say it like that. They probably did.
It may not be mental health. It just says health issues, but whatever he was going through, apparently he's back on his shit. So good for everybody that's a fan of Tower of God and everything. So I'm still manga Mike. I'm not yet manhwa Mike. So stay tuned for that one. Okay, fuck it. All right.
I'm trying not to. I'm fucking crying.
Nate also doesn't respect me as manga Mike. I see how it is.
I do. I was the one who was really supporting it.
Yeah, you're right. You and Leak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Speaking of manga, man. So we found this out during Anime After Dark last week. So Berserk manga creator Kentaro Miura dies at the age of 54, which is young as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. CNET reported the news after the editorial department, blah, blah, blah. He died on May the 6th as a result of acute aortic dissection, which I believe that's like a kind of like a heart attack. I think so. So yeah, so rest in peace, man, to what's his name? Kentaro Miura. I'm not really a Berserk fan, but I know a lot of people that are Berserk fans, so that sucks for them, man.
It does. I like how his family had the narrative. Like, it seemed like America's the only country where they just don't respect, where they would just literally want to be the first ones to report news and not like let the family control what is put out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we found out like a week or so after he died. Really damn near 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Before they actually released it. And that's how it's supposed to be. The family should be in control of that and releasing that type of information, not the media. So, man, just prayers and positive vibes to the family. My condolences. It's sad. And to the people, like you said, a lot of the people really do like Berserk and like they're really, they have a fan base. So I hate that for them.
Yeah. Yep. So yes, rest in peace to him, man. That's tough. That's tough, especially for the Berserk fans. I might have to watch that earlier one because the 20, I think the most recent one.
Yeah, everybody says it's not.
It looks terrible. Yeah. It's terrible CGI, but I might have to look into the old series, the 90s series, and see what it's talking about. And I think lastly, so they did. It was one more thing. I think you would be particularly interested in this, Nate. So Netflix has a new original one, so it could be either good or bad. You know how to go. So, but they released a trailer for Trece, which is a Filipino anime that's supposed to drop on June the 11th. So it's a supernatural one, and I think if you watch the trailer, I think you might like it. I watched the trailer already, and it looks pretty good. It looks like it's super dark, super gory. I see demons. I see all kinds of monsters and shit.
Looks all right from here as far as animation goes.
Yeah, so far, yeah. I mean, just based off the trailer, it looks good, but it could be like a high-rise invasion. So, we won't know. But yeah, that's coming on June the 11th. So we do have that in like 2 weeks, I think, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check it out, and of course, y'all know if it's trash, I will tell you.
I'm dead.
And I think that was it. Let me see. Was that it? I'm checking one more thing. Yep, that was it. So yeah, so that's all your news. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all I did have read more of Chainsaw Man. And yeah, this story is really good. Super dark, super dark. And yeah, I love everything about Chainsaw Man. No more freak shit has happened lately, but it's really a lot of action that's happened these last few chapters I'm on. I've read. What chapter am I on, man? I'm gonna have to let y'all know where I'm at with my shit.
So might gotta let
y'all fucking know what time it is over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm iPad Poppy, Manga Poppy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out here reading this shit. Oh, speaking while I'm finding where I was at, shout out to Dre. Dre got him an iPad Air, and he got all his manga pages. All his manga apps loaded and everything. So shout out to Dre and his iPad Air. He's trying to be like me. That's my son. I'm on chapter 39 of Chainsaw Man, so I'm moving right along. I should probably be at chapter 50 next time y'all hear from me. Yeah.
Hey.
Yep.
Manga Mike.
You heard it. You heard it here. All right, so we can do Ask Blanime, and then we can get the hell up out of here because we got work in the morning.
Do.
Let's go to Discord here. Yeah, I only did it on Discord this time because we're kind of out of our normal schedule.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see here. So our boy Matt Harp said, it was a long ass question. Okay. Based off these decisions, is the third Hokage the most ain't shit character ever? 1, he didn't take care of Naruto. 2, he let a whole clan get wiped out. 3, let Orochimaru escape when he was abducting and experimenting on people, including kids. 4, he basically let Danzo do whatever he wanted when it was clear he tried to assassinate him. Also, Danzo was responsible for the whole village hating Naruto, but that will take too long to explain. So, do we put Hiruzen Sarutobi as the most ain't shit character ever?
Ever. I mean, he top 2, and I don't think he number 2.
I mean, he easily has worst Hokage ever.
Yeah. Oh, no difficulty. I'm trying to think like who's done work. Like I'm trying to go through and think of some other characters that did some ain't shit.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I have to think of somebody that like is really.
Right. Really, at the end of the day, Sarutobi acted like a true politician, if you ask me. But
yeah,
he moved like how they be moving in real life.
That's crazy because we love his son and we love his grandson, but Sarutobi was a whole ass nigga.
And that's probably why Awesome was smoking cigarettes like that. Nigga always kept a cig in his mouth, stressed out. Because his daddy was the hoe.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of somebody worse than Sarutobi off the top of my head. Like all around. I'll probably think about it after we get done with the question and shit. But I mean, I guess I wouldn't. I guess I would put Sarutobi over Rachel from Tower of God.
Yeah. I guess the only other person, maybe Donzo. At that point, maybe Donzo. Oh shit,
Donzo might be up there.
They about the same.
But we knew Donzo was on fuck shit. Sarutobi tried to act like he was really a good Hokage when he wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Matt, I'm gonna have to come back to you on that one, bro. I really don't know.
I can't think
I'd really have to give me a few nights to think about who's worse than Sarutobi, but he's up there. I think he's definitely top 5 worst characters of all time. Top 5, top 10, somewhere in there. If
probably
y'all,
5.
Yeah, if y'all have somebody that y'all think is worse than Sarutobi, please add us and remind us because I can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Let me see here. Velvet said, as many series had completely disappointing finales, whose finale hurt the most and what would you have changed?
Yeah, I'll be asking some good ass questions.
It is also Monday night, so we gotta forgive us. I wouldn't say it was so. Soul Eater was a disappointing finale. I feel like it could have done better. Typically, the finales are bad when you stray away from the manga, and that's what happened with Soul Eater. So there's one off the top of my head that could have been done better. What else Let me scroll my any list.
I'm scrolling through my any list now.
Sometimes I don't remember these series I didn't watch. Yeah, let me see who. Oh, I mean, I guess it ain't really necessary finale, but season 2 of Terraformers is up there for me.
Oh yeah, because she didn't say that. I don't know.
Oh, the end of High School of the Dead. That one's a little bit disappointing for me.
I started that too. I forgot.
You started High School of the Dead?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you already seen that.
I had seen, so I've started it a million times and then I just always be like, this is too etchy. But I actually went back to it again for like a third time or fourth time, like last week. I'm on episode like 5 or 6.
The animation is good.
Yeah, it is.
And it's just, it's a lot of zombie killing and homeboy randomly sleeping with one of the girls. So,
that.
Yeah.
Niggas hating.
Yeah. I still like High School of the Dead, yeah. But that's like, that, I don't know, something about that etchy that's not as bothersome to me because it's so outlandish that it's just like, I can't take my eyes off of it.
I'm dead. But now that I know that the ending, you know what? I do have one because I've been racking my brain. This is the only one I can probably give you was Claymore, which I've heard.
There you go.
I heard that the ending is not like the manga. I haven't read the manga, but I truly, before I found out that the ending wasn't the same as the manga, I actually did not like it. Like I watched it and I was like, bro, where the fuck are they going with this? So Claymore will probably be my anime that I feel like the season finale just really dropped the ball.
Akame got killed.
Yeah. That's another one.
Yeah, I definitely got Akame got killed on there. Yeah, y'all knew better and the fuck whatever the fuck that was. Let me see here. Not that time regardless. Shit, all of One Punch Man season 2 was a disappointment to me. It's terrible. Off the top of my head, I think that's it for me for right now. I don't really want to scroll through my whole list, but yeah, all the rest of these looks like good endings for me. Yeah, good question though. But yeah, that's those are some of the ones I have completely she has what will
Dead Man Wonderland.
What will we have changed? Oh, Dead Man Wonderland. That's a perfect one there. Yeah, perfect one. Any of those that we would have changed? Anything we would have changed on those?
Just how they ended. I can't tell you none of them right now. That would probably take a while.
Just do fucking better. Just do better. That's what I want to change. Write a better story.
Write that shit better.
Yeah. Boombox Brack said, if you had to be a villain, which anime would you be a villain in?
I would probably be a villain in JoJo's, only because I could do the most outlandish shit and it would be like, but it's bizarre, so it kind of like, it's not too totally unexpected to do some weird ass shit.
So out of the 4 villains that you've seen, because you've seen parts 1 through 4.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, you got Dio's one villain, the Pillar Men are a second villain.
I didn't know it was considered a villain. Okay.
Yeah, Kira's a third villain. So yeah, those are the 3 villains pretty much for you. Which one out of those 3? One of the I forgot the main Pillar Man's name, but anyway, the Pillar Man. Yeah. Which one out of those 3 would you have been for JoJo's?
Definitely Dio. So I like Kira. Don't get me wrong. Kira is meticulous. He is a serial killer. He's a textbook like the shit he was doing. Like you literally see those type of traits and shit in all those like documentaries I've watched, like Jeffrey Dahmer, motherfucking Ted Bundy, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely like a textbook narcissistic psychopath. Great villain, but I like Dio because Dio just is like he's a villain that nigga's just a villain just because like he just kicking niggas dogs. Like the shit that he did is just so outlandish that it's funny as hell. Like And that's the type of villain I would want to be. That type of villain. Like, I'm just here. I'm just wreaking havoc because I'm here, and just because I want to. Like, I honestly don't even really have no reason, no major reason.
Okay.
Other than maybe world domination.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with my boy Eisen from Bleach as a villain I would be. So yeah, I like the villain that like is pulling all the strings and he on his cocky shit. He'll talk shit to you too. So
and he talk cash money.
Yeah. So yeah, Eisen is definitely my villain of choice that I would be. So yeah, I wouldn't let Ichigo's plot armor get me down. So James said, why do you think villains always have better drip and abilities than their protagonist counterparts? So let's
drip.
Yeah, let's unpack that for a little bit. So I'm looking at your picture in the back. So do we feel like since we had better drip and better abilities than Yusuke? Probably so.
You think he had better drip?
The only okay, what I'll give Sensui his slick back hair. I don't necessarily care about his fit like that, but you know, he had the,
I mean, the nigga was tall or whatever, but
yeah, he's tall and kind of dark skinned a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you know Yusuke, because Yusuke had two fits. He had
Yusuke low key had drip. They had drip.
Yeah, he had the yellow sleeveless tee, and then he had the green fit. Yeah, Yusuke had some joints.
Yeah, Yusuke had some drip. I just feel like when you are a villain, antagonist, really more so a villain, you gotta have some swag. You got to, because at the end of the day, you being a villain, you know you that nigga. And if you that nigga, you're gonna be swagged out. And what Dion say? If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, and you play good.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. If you're a villain, you have to, because you have to have that swag. You have to have something that makes them stand out, especially compared to the main character.
Yeah. So first off, I was thinking about Dragon Ball. So Goku has no drip about himself at all.
No swag.
At all. Vegeta has all that.
And he started off as
a villain. Frieza didn't have any. He's just, you know, a midget with a racist midget, basically. Majin Buu didn't really have any. Cell had some. I think Cell did. Perfect Cell. So he might have been, out of all the characters, the most drip. Out of all the villains, the most drip. Yeah. I'm trying to think of Super. Who's villain in Super? I give Black.
Hit.
Hit for
Goku
sure.
Black.
Yeah, I'll give you Hit. I'll give you Goku Black. Zamasu. Both of them. Yeah, I think they had more little drip to them, you know, in Super than they did in Z. Yeah, Jiren to a certain extent. He just swole as hell though, in a Power Ranger fit. Yeah. Eisen for sure had more than Ichigo. And that's because he had the Beiyang.
Not the Beiyang.
The Beiyang. Nigga had the all white fit with the Beiyang. Yeah.
With the Beiyang.
Nigga took the glasses off and said, "Yeah, nigga, I can see." Yeah, I think it's a case by case basis, James. Man, I don't think it's always the case. Better abilities, I think it's like I said, it's a case by case basis with context and everything like that. So, most of the time, these protagonists unlock some kind of special ability when they're fighting. So they may not go into the fight with the special abilities that's better than the antagonist, but they might come out at the end of it with the better abilities after they win, after they get the dub. So it all depends.
That's true. I agree with that. I think it depends. And a lot of times, most of these main characters are starting from the bottom anyway. So like, they ain't got shit. They ain't got shit to begin with. I'm telling you, to be a villain, you have to have swag, bro. if a nigga like came up to me and they was like, I'm trying to think of somebody, Usopp. You know what I'm saying? I can't take you seriously, nigga. You ain't no fucking villain. You don't get your bitch ass on. Like, you're not, you have no swag. There's nothing about you that's going to rile me up like that. Like, you ain't gonna put a little fear in my spirit. So like, bro, like, move that ass around. You know what I'm saying? But a nigga like Dio, you know what I'm saying, got swag, looked it kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, this nigga got on some other shit. Like, it kind of messes you up a little bit. Like, you gotta have some, like I said, who is going to take Usopp seriously?
Nobody. Dick nose ass
Kiba,
boy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas like that, like,
trash.
As a villain.
Trash.
You not, it's no, bro. Like, no. You have to have swag. If a villain does not have swag, they're not a villain, period. Like, the drip has to be there. And I feel like that is just because people will receive that more because they have a look.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong. But
I'm with you, Nay. You're not wrong. And then we got one more. So our boy Ked, the pro, said, what series do you think you could be... What series do you think you could be written? What series do you think you could be written by your own? Okay, he butchered that sentence. Okay, basically said, what series do you think could be written by your own hands opposed to the mangaka / creator? So out of all the anime that you've seen, what do you think that's something that's your bag as far as what you would write? So like, do you think that, like, if you just sat down, do you think that you could put a story like Death Note together?
I was gonna say mine would definitely be kind of weird. So mine would definitely, maybe not necessarily Death Note, but maybe more along the lines of like a Steins Gate-ish kind of, because I love time travel and shit like that. So it would definitely have a that aspect. It would have like the time travel kind of aspect, but then I also like I feel like, so 3 shows I feel like would be like all together a show I would write. It would be A Sunday Without God, which I've talked about on the pod before. I have to bring in my head Steins Gate, and then let me do Death Note, time travel for Steins Gate, Sunday Without God. I just had the third one, and JoJo's, because the most outlandish shit could be done, and none of those probably even make sense to be put together, but that would be something a little bit more of my alley.
Okay. So oddly enough, I don't think I have the imagination to put like a shonen or something like that anime together. Oddly enough, I think that I'd be more along the lines of putting something together like Domestic Girlfriend,
Tyler Perry as Young Man Gecko,
Rent a Girlfriend, Scum's Wish. That I actually think I could put like a wild ass, messy ass, seinen slice of life together. Like, I think I've lived enough experiences where I could pull those together and make a funny ass, interesting ass story, a messy ass story. So I know one scene off the top of my head right now that's in your phone. Oh, nay, yes, that will be in my story. I love that she knows. I love that she knows what's in my phone. Yes, that's 100% in my story. Yeah, man.
Shit,
Me and Byron was talking
shit,
about that the other day. Yeah.
Every once in a while that shit comes up, and I'm like, to this day, that shit still sounds like a movie. Like, that shit that kind of shit don't happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking that shit could have been in the middle of Scum's Wish, and nobody would have thought twice about it. Yes,
I'm making a messy ass military slice of life anime. So, yeah, I can do it. Y'all gonna, I got this iPad. Y'all gonna get a nigga writing. All right.
Ooh. Ooh, I'm crying.
I'm about to be
and y'all
go
gonna
from manga Mike to mangaka Mike. Y'all better stop fucking playing with me.
Hey, that's number 4. You'll have to pick between. Oh my God, Mike.
Hey, listen, man. I could definitely put together a messy ass fucking slice of life anime, man. Ooh, shit.
Off the
Now
shit
you
that we
funny as
both
hell
know.
because I didn't even think about that.
Nigga, as soon as you said, "Whew, that boy."
That whole situation, oh my God. Yeah, there's a lot of situations from my 20s I could put into a seinen. Oh man.
And that shit'll be some heat.
Oh man. Yeah.
Based on a true story, hit it.
No, big facts based on a true story. Boy. Yeah.
That shit funny as hell.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah. Listen, all right, y'all. All right, if I pick up the pen, it's gonna be thanks to y'all, cause yeah. Yeah. Listen, I need to recruit Yin or somebody. Somebody gonna have to draw my shit.
Oh, that's right. Boy, that nigga Yin gonna be reading that shit.
Like, boy, what the fuck
drawing
are you
that shit
on?
like, what the fuck, y'all? Fuck, what's going on?
Oh man, yeah, no, that'd be crazy. Oh boy. Yeah, so I mean, I think that was it for Ask Blanime. Nay, we got anything you want to recommend for the people for them to watch this week before we come back next week? I
am going to recommend Tokyo Revengers since I am currently watching that. Mike is really enjoying it this season. It seems like it's gonna seems like a favorite for this spring season. So that is my recommendation this week.
Yes. Since she went Tokyo Revengers, I'm gonna go ahead and say To Your Eternity. I really would like somebody to talk about this with.
I'm about to start it. It's on my I have it on my watching actually, like I was watching it. So
yeah. So I really just I have thoughts and I don't know how to get them out because I don't know how to explain what I'm watching. But it's not bad by any means. It's actually really interesting. It's just like it's nothing like I've ever seen before, which I like the originality that this show has. So, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna recommend those. Do we got any news for us in particular? Anything we doing? Nothing right now I can think of. Okay,
we'll
cool.
probably have a feature here, I guess, coming up with y'all.
Yeah, next week. We said it's supposed to be this week, but that didn't happen. So yeah, next week.
So next week is.
We will see the next time me and they have Skate Chronicles, because boy.
Nigga, that shit funny as the fuck.
Yeah.
As the fuck. And you go with me on Thursday.
This Thursday?
Yeah, I'll probably go.
All right. If you going, I might have to go then. I might can swing that. Because I don't think I got shit going on Thursday. Yeah.
Say less.
Patrice want me to go tomorrow, and I'm like, man. So I low key.
Where she go at on?
Well, she goes to Forum, but she's saying, you know, I guess on Tuesdays it's like family night, so it's mad chill. Like it ain't like goddamn ATL, whatever the fuck they call themselves.
Cascade.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it's on Tuesday nights. You're gonna see more kids, and it ends at 10:00. But you definitely see more kids in there.
That bald nigga that hit me yesterday, he need to be in there on Tuesday.
Crying.
But nah, them kids wouldn't be safe. Never mind.
At all. The way my boy was going.
That nigga stinks. Yeah, but no, that's it, man, for this week, man. Wash your hands, wash your ass, watch anime, and wear a mask. And on that note,
bye.
Garan Lagan. At the end of Garan Lagan.